and a W for make.
Environments and let's just take
Boom, 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 boom. Hey, 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 hey. Yes, family. What's going on, guys? What's the word? What's the word? We are back. We are back live, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's going on, family? I see we got Tyson in the building checking in for the one time. What's the word, fam? Yo, it's crazy, Tyson. Like, you literally type it just how I say it. It was like literally, right? I always say, what's the word, family? Checking in for the one time. Let's get it. And that's exactly how you type it too, which is hilarious. What's going on, Tyson? Good to see you. We got Free Zone in the building. Saint in the house. Always good to see you in the chat, my brother Saint. We got the biggest 4L in the building. What's the word? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. Jose in the house. The Jose G in the house. What's the word, man? We got Roman in the building. Lambo in the house as well. Janet, how are you doing? Abdul back in the building. What's going on, Abdul? Good afternoon to you, man. Super excited to be here with you guys all this morning, family. I see we got OTG in the building off the ground. What's up, Jarrell, my brother? Appreciate you. King City in the building as well, man. We are having a family reunion today, family. Let's go. Tell me this beat right here don't feel like a West Coast type of vibe, though. This beat remind me like a West Coast vibe, but it's nice and cool and chill and vibey. I like this. I like this vibe right here. Hey, hey. What's going on, Wendell? Good to see you in the chat. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, depending on where you guys are located. Super excited to be here with you guys all once again, family, because we are back with another trading session and another opportunity to go ahead and catch our 20 points and get the hell out, man. So, yeah, the game plan does not change, family. Nah, I got to listen to that. I got to listen to that last one again. Yeah, I gotta listen to this song. This vibe right here. This is my type of vibe right here. The process doesn't change. The routine doesn't change. So we showing up and we gonna do what we've been doing, family. Look for opportunities. Be patient. Be disciplined. Think logically. And then deal with the outcomes, man. Deal with the outcome of no matter what happens today. Whether we take a win, whether we take a loss, we have to be okay with that. Trading is one of the most difficult things to master because you literally have to be okay with losing money. Hear me out, family. Hear me out. Right? Trading is a difficult thing to do because you literally have to be okay with losing money. Good morning. And losing money is usually not okay for most people because we work hard for our money. So that's why it's a little tough, man. Give me 1 second, family. All right, we back. Little daughter here checking on me. All right, let's see what we have, family. Like I said, man, good morning to y'all. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you guys are located. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys are powerful. You guys are astonishing. You guys need to understand that anything you guys put your mind to, you can accomplish with the right amount of discipline and perseverance. But let's get into it, family. Let's get into it, man. So what do I think can happen for today? I mean, yesterday I told you guys I wanted to see more strength come in from the dollar itself. And we really didn't do too much yesterday. We honestly just stayed range bound here for the dollar. Really didn't do too much whatsoever. Just started to accumulate. Or if, what's his name is in the chat. I forgot his name that said it was barcoding. I forgot his name, right? But the market right now is currently just barcoding, just going back and forth, what they say. But we did finally break out, right? We finally did break up to the upside. And again, I want to see more upside here. I think there's no reason why we don't come and take out these highs at the 104 100s today. I do like more upside for the dollar as of right now. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, guys, is more dollar strength to come in. And obviously, if we do get more dollar strength, then we're going to see a lot of foreign currency weakness. You know, the Aussie hasn't stopped dropping yet. The Aussie has literally been just tanking. And if the dollar does continue to gain strength, then this is going to see a lot more downside. The pound itself as well, in my opinion, has more downside to go. We did just take out this low around 1.29, right? So there could be maybe a short-term pullback, but I don't think it's going to be too much. I would still expect more downside here for the euro itself, or for the pound itself. In fact, we might actually get a 30-minute trigger line entry here. For any of y'all that really understand, you know, that entry model itself, right? So I want to see more downside here personally. I think we could see pound dollar definitely go ahead and continue to drop. I would like to see it come all the way down to the lower 1.28s. But we gotta see, man. We gotta take what the market gives us at the end of the day. But I definitely want to see more downside. And for the euro, same thing for the euro. All right, I want to see more downside for the euro as well. Okay. All right, so anytime we are able to get some type of a pullback here, guys, we can possibly get those trigger line entry type of continuation plays here. That's really what I want to see. So we just gotta be patient with this, man. I mean, we are taking some pretty interesting levels of structure that could give us the pullback, but we'll see. All right, we'll see. We'll see what the market does present for us today. Let's see who else we got in the building as of now, family. We got Tyson. You said, what's your thoughts on pocket options? Pocket options is cool. That's actually what my wife still trades. Like, whenever my wife does get the trading bug and she decides she wants to go ahead and trade, she'll trade options, right? She goes to pocket options and she trades right on pocket options. You know what's crazy? The other day, I ended up putting $100 into pocket options. And I haven't traded options in a while, right? Probably in like a year. I put in $100 the other day. I ended up turning it into like $250 in like three hours or so, 2-3 hours. Absolutely being a super degenerate, literally risking 30%, 40%, 50% of the account balance every time, but we were able to flip it. But then I also ended up losing the whole thing because I got too greedy. All right, so I turned 100 to 250, but then I blew the whole thing because I tried to turn that 250 into 500 off of like 1-2 trades. It did not work out. But options is cool. The only thing I don't like about options, bro, is like your emotions really go through the roof. Like, it's very hard to control your emotions when you're trading options. You never will have a favorable risk to reward. You can get close to maybe a 1-to-1 if you get something that's paying out 90%. I feel like the markets are completely manipulated as well, especially if you are trading the assets that are paying out 90%. You got to understand that those are literally simulated markets, right? They're fake markets, right? So those are the things that we have to be aware of, you know, if you are trying to trade options. All right, you're trading in a market that doesn't give a favorable risk reward, that is extremely emotionally driven because it is time based. And if you are trading the assets that are paying out 80-90%, you're literally trading fake markets. Like, if you actually correlate like pocket options with Euro USD, you're going to see that they're literally doing completely different things, right? Because those markets, those ones that are paying the high percentages, They're not following actual real markets and real life. So, which could lead to a lot of manipulation, which is kind of scary in itself. So, but again, that's the casino for me, right? If I want to just gamble on something, if I want to do a quick flip, then I go to options, right? Treat that like the casino and see what I could come out with. But I'm fully expecting more times than not, if I'm trading options, to probably either quadruple it or blow it. Ain't no in between for me on that. So, but that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts right there on pocket option, Tyson. All right, it's there, still a valid platform. Platform's doing its thing. I see we got Roman in the building. What's the word, Roman? Appreciate you. Goat about to run soon. In which direction, Roman? In which direction, Roman? Talk to me nice. King City in the building. He said, I'm chilling today. Passed my first funded last week. Up 8%. Let's go, baby. This week, that GJ sell from yesterday did it for you. Sheesh. That's the first W for the chat, y'all. We got a first W for the chat. King City over here, man. Up 8% already. Holy moly, bro. 8%. That's crazy. You got to be trading a personal account. Or you made 8% on a funded account? Let me find out if you up 8% on a funded account, bro. That's crazy. I see we got Austin in the building. We got my brother Matt in the building ready to send us another signal. Let's go, Matt. We weighing on it. Let's see what else we got. We got Kyrie in the building. What's going on, Kyrie? We are doing phenomenal. Super grateful to be here with y'all. I'm new here into trading. What's the triggers that you look for? How does your strategy work, if I may ask? That is a very good question, right? And the strategy is very simple, right? You know, I have a very simple, you know, structure-based, supply and demand-based. It's like a combination of a bunch of strategies, essentially. I focus on supply and demand, focus on structure. I focus on understanding accumulation and distribution based off Wyckoff logic. I trade also, I incorporate some smart money concept ideologies into play with, you know, fair value gaps and order blocks. We also created our own version of order blocks with the live OBs. So it's a combination of things, right? But very simply put, I just like to follow structure, follow trends. And in terms of my entry models, I either use a liquidity grab or I use a trigger line entry, which is just based off moving averages, right? 2 entry models is all I use, guys. All right, one uses moving averages, and the other ones, you don't really need indicators for the second one. The moving average entry model, that is when we are actually trending. When we are currently in a trending market, then we go ahead and we take advantage of the entry or the trigger line entry model. Okay, so when we are more range bound, more consolidated, that is typically where we can get the liquidity grab model. Now, there are times where we are already in a trending market. For an example, we could be in a trending market like this, and we can have both of our situations play out, both of our models play out. The first one could be like this. We just start to accumulate throughout Asian session. We run the lows to grab this liquidity. Entry model number 2, which is our liquidity grab, could now play out depending on if we get that engulfing candle supported by volume, live OB, then we take that. If we miss that entry model and our direction continues, then our first entry model will be the trigger line. Wait for the pullback, and then every pullback and break back above the 13 is an entry, right? So the liquidity grab is going to give you the best optimal entry, the best risk rewards. But a lot of people don't have confidence with just taking entries down below in fresh liquidity with no real structure or anything by it. So they let the market show signs of strength. And then once we get the sign of strength, usually the moving averages are favorable in our position. And then we use the moving average entry model to go ahead and get entries once it's actually trending. All right, so that's literally the only two entry models that I have. Right? Everything else in terms of my strategy is very simple, very, very straightforward. Identify the trend, identify structure, identify liquidity, and find those entries. That's literally my process. It's not complicated, and trading should not be complicated. All right, the more complicated you make trading, the harder it's going to be for you to, you know, seek consistency. So I'm all about simplicity here, guys, right? I don't care about having the most complex strategy, right? I don't care about saying my strategy does this. Oh, it's called the effort gaffer 5000. Like, I don't care about none of that. I care about having a simple strategy that is easy to understand, that has clear rules, that's telling us when to take a trade. And that is what this strategy has, and super excited about that, man. But that's where we're at, Abdul. Definitely appreciate you being a part of the family, man, and just continue to watch, man. I promise you, as you guys continue to watch me throughout the process of the session and the remaining sessions that we continue to do for the rest of life, you guys will see how simple it really is to trade and identify setups based off my specific strategy. Okay. But let's see what else we got here. Buys 2,400 or so entries if she pulled back. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially where I initially wanted to look for an entry here for gold as well. But I'm also keeping an eye on, what current price action is also saying, right? Because based off current price action, we kind of did just get a trigger line entry here too on the 5-minute time frame here. Right now, the best. No, actually, I gotta point this out, guys, too, right? No matter what strategy you're trading, no matter what entry model you like the best, from what I like to look at, timing is the most important part of this whole thing, right? If I get a trigger line entry during Asian session, I'm probably not gonna take that. I'm probably not gonna take that. Why? Because it's Asian session, right? We're trading outside of session. All right, so one of the most important factors, guys, that we really need to understand when it comes to actually seeing our setups play out and actually go is to make sure that we're actually trading during times of high volatility. Like, we got to make sure there's volume in the markets, bro. So I don't care if anything happens during Asian session. I don't care if we get the signal. I'm not taking that because we're out of session. More times than not, we're going to be range bound and remain choppy. Sydney session, I could have the trigger show. I'm still not taking that. Still not taking it. Timing. Now, if all of our signals show in New York session or London session, see, that's a different story. See, now we should be taking those no matter what and then just dealing with the consequences for sure. All right, so like I said, guys, we do have a couple trigger line plays here on the 5-minute and the 15-minute for gold. So there is a chance that this does start to drive. The only reason why I'm going to be a little bit more hesitant for this one is because of how high we're actually seeing it. If we actually understand, ranges. All right, we have our swing low, we have our swing high here now, right? Swing low, went and created a new high. So if we're looking at this and we're trying to identify an opportunity that makes the most sense, that can give us a high probability of actually playing out, although this could still very much play out, all right, because we are getting those trigger line plays, I personally do not like taking trades that are this high in the range. Again, if our trading range is this swing low right here and this swing high that we're currently almost testing at, I'm usually not a fan of taking trades this high in the range. Right? Typically, I would like to see this market at least correct some. All right? At least get us back into 50% of the actual range itself. Right? Just understanding premium versus discounted pricing is very crucial here. Right, understanding premium versus discounted pricing is very crucial. I mean, honestly, we could even just talk about economics as a whole. Right, like really think about it, guys. Right, when you are buying, like, you have to understand the value of an actual asset, the real value of an asset. Right now, we're talking about gold. Right, there's 3 different price levels that we could focus on: premium pricing, discounted pricing, but then we also have retail pricing. What is it? What is the midpoint? So down here, discount pricing below the 50. Actually, let me show you guys. Let me bring up my fibs, even though the only reason I use fibs now is just to identify this. All right, let's go 50. All right, so just to break it down, below the 50 period moving out, or instead of 50 period, below the 50 on the fib, which shows us if the market does do this, it just corrected 50% of this move. That's all fib does. It tells you how deep a correction goes. Below the 50 is discounted pricing. If we are looking for buys, do we want to buy at a premium? Do we want to buy when there's already buyers down here at these lower levels that are just chilling? I personally, if just understanding pricing, if I'm looking to make money off something, I typically want to buy it at a discount, at the lowest price possible, so that I can resell it higher. Same thing with trading, right? If our trading range is this swing low to swing high, and we're at the top of the range, and we're trying to buy up here at the top of the range, we have to be okay with the fact that, okay, this thing might correct a little bit more, and we have to deal with that drawdown. So below the 50 fib, discounted pricing for buy situations. This is discounts down here. Above the 50, we're still trading at premium. I don't want to buy at a premium. We don't buy at premiums here, family, because we lose money when we do that, or at least we'll be holding in consolidation for a lot longer than what we want. And realistically speaking, I mean, technically, our stop loss is supposed to go below the range. Like, look how big this stop loss is. This is a pretty significant stop loss here for gold. Right? So, although we are getting the signals, and they very well could push up, we also have to be aware of what the PD array is saying. Right now, we're in premium pricing. All the buyers that got in down here could potentially start to liquidate some, start to sell some now that we're at these highs, right? There's a bunch of different reasons, and it's not to say that this can't work, right? This still could very well run, but we got to pick and choose which ranges we want to play, right? This one right here, if shoot, I need us to get back below here, at least to the 2401s, and then off of there, if we tap that first and then we get the trigger line entry, see, that's a different ball game, right? Like if we fall, we tap into this area here, and then we bounce back up, and then we get our trigger line entry. See, that's a different ball game. I'll take that every single chance that I get, because now we have at least balanced out this range and gave us a little bit of a correction to now go ahead and give the move, right? So I'm gonna be patient here for gold. Again, I understand we are getting some of these trigger line signals to show, but I think it's probably best for us just to be patient here and wait for us to at least come towards the 2400s, which I think there's a very good possibility that we still do. So I'm gonna be chilling so far for gold. I'm gonna be on the sideline right now for gold, just being patient, letting the market, dictate what we should be doing at the end of the day, and then seeing what we get here. But that little lesson that I just showed you guys, hopefully you guys are able to really understand it. It's not too complicated, but also hopefully this allows you to decide on what opportunities you want to take, especially if you are trading how I trade with, this model entry number 1, which is our trigger line. Especially if you're trying to trade off of that, you're going to realize there's a shit ton of signals that come out. Not a shit ton, but there is a lot of these signals that do come out. So we got to make sure that everything else also lines up, not just off of the close above the 13, right? That's kind of dangerous, just off of one confirmation. But we'll see. We'll see how this does play out, guys. I do want to see us come down lower, and then we go higher here for gold. All right, but let's see what else we got here. With all your teachings, I'm having 200K live accounts. Holy moly, my guy Chintaka in the building. Good to see you in the chat, man. I haven't seen you in the chat in a while, Chintaka. Hopefully you're doing phenomenal. It's amazing that you are trading 200K live. Let's go. Let's go. That's amazing, man. Let's go. Shout out to Forex Pips in the building. I see you. After a long time, brother, I was in your first boot camp in 2022 from Colombia. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely were a part of the boot camp from a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now. And your growth has been amazing, man. It definitely has been amazing. It's good to see you in the chat. Let's see. Took a gold sell last night, came within 10 points of TP and came back and stopped me out in my sleep. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, right? One thing that you guys could do, right? If you are going to be placing trades while you're sleeping, just start leveraging a trailing stop, if anything. Like right before you go to bed, just to be safe, go ahead and set a trailing stop somehow. Right? Set a trailing stop. If you're trading on some platforms, I don't think you could set a trailing stop here on TradingView, but depending on what platform you're trading, you're able to set trailing stops, just so at least while you're sleeping, your stop is still trailing, so you don't take too much of a loss, if anything. All right, let's see. Like you wouldn't trade AJ during this time. See, that's a good question, Kyrie. Most of the times I don't trade cross pairs to begin with. I usually stick with my USD pairs. Besides maybe GJ. GJ is like the only cross pair that I would trade. And GJ, obviously, because it does have the yen involved, right? There's always that chance that there could be added volatility that could cause that pair to move for sure. So obviously, if you are trading a pair or a currency that is active during Asian and Sydney session, you can do what you want for sure, right? And then see if the volatility comes in. But you got to keep in mind as well, guys, right? Like 70 to 80% of the volume that enters this market, right? 70 to 80% of the volume of the money that's traded, it occurs during London and New York session, not during Asian and Sydney, right? So even if you are trading in, let's say, an Asian pair like the yen or a Sydney pair like the Australian dollar, you still might not even get too much movement during that session, even though technically that's when those currencies should be the most active. Because most volume doesn't play around those times, right? Like we still got to understand, guys, that these big institutions, hedge funds, corporations, like they're the ones that's moving price. And more times than not, the ones that really can move price are not trading during Asian and Sydney. So even if you are trading those, you still might not get too much volatility compared to as if you were trading during London session. So that's just my thought on that. That is a very good question though, Kyrie, because it really depends. But that is a good question. Let's see. We got check Discord. Let me see what the Discord talking about. We got JJ in the building. What's going on, JJ? Good to see you in the Chizzy chat. Let's get it. All right, let's see what we got here. My guy Saint looking for the USDJPY buy. Okay. Looking at it at the 155 760s. Let's see what we got here for you, Jay. What has the yen been doing? This thing's still been gaining strength. I think this is the most strength these yen pairs have gotten in a while, bro. Like, look at this. This is actually pretty solid strength here. This is it's about 7, 8, 9 days, 10 days of straight bullishness. Last time we had something like that was back here in December. So that's interesting, man. We are seeing some strength, but as you guys know, I'm not falling for it, right? So eventually this stuff will turn back around and continue to drop, in my opinion, unless the Bank of Japan decides to act, right? Like, I'm going to continue forever feel that these yens will eventually continue to get demolished, because that's all they've been doing for the past 4 years here, as long as the Bank of Japan continues with what their approach is. Now, they have made some changes, right? We obviously are now, out of negative interest rate territory for the Bank of Japan, which hasn't happened in decades, which is a start, but I think they got to do so much more. All right, they're already, not only did they raise interest rates, they also are now selling off a ton of U.S. Treasuries. The Bank of Japan, guys, is the #1 holder of U.S. Treasuries, so they do have a lot of assets that they can unload to try to strengthen their currency, which is probably what they've been doing here. Right, they've probably been unloading a shit ton of U.S. Treasuries to try to strengthen, to try to buy back their currency, to try to strengthen it. But I don't care about none of that. I still think eventually this thing turns around and we see the yen just continue to go in that bearish trend that we've been in, right? So if we're looking at UJ now, right, and obviously my brother, Saint over here, he say he want to look for the buy at 155, which is essentially just a sweep of these lows. A wick fill inside of this, liquidity pocket, somewhere within this area, is where I believe, or where you want to, my brother Saint, want to see this thing turn around. Somewhere in this little liquidity pocket. And there's always that chance that the market very well could, right, give that opportunity for sure. So we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see how we do react below these lows, right? If we do go ahead and take out these lows, but I think this is definitely going to happen. Yeah, how do we react and how do we respond? Price action will tell us if we are finding some demand down here or if we're just going to continue to drop lower. But on the flip side, though, right? On the flip side here, honestly, this looks very solid for the sell opportunity. I'm not even going to lie. Like, even possibly selling into that area might not be a bad idea here for you, Jay. That might not be a bad play, right? Because if we look at just what price action has done, I mean, we fell pretty nicely. We've seen the market now find this support. We started just to accumulate sideways. Then we started to create, we popped up. We started to create this little rising wedge. We just broke out of the wedge. Now we're pulling back up. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually does create another leg lower here. And that could be an opportunity for some of you guys. Again, I don't trade currency pairs as much as I used to. I really like to stick to gold, indices, and maybe GJ as like the only currency. But don't be surprised, guys, if this UJ does roll over here, which in return is giving a beautiful, beautiful possible opportunity here to sell. Something like this could be a nice opportunity for all you guys that are possibly trading UJ. Literally just playing the highs right here, right? We don't want to, stops don't need to go too high, right? Just playing above here, seeing if this falling or this rising wedge is going to produce, more downside, right? If this weakness is going to produce more selling pressure. So we'll see if this plays out. Second, baby. Yeah, so we'll see, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Now, the only thing that is kind of that would be throwing this off is that I think the dollar is going to be strong today. All right, that'll be the only thing that kind of like throws this off. Is I think the dollar is going to continue the strength that we've been seeing here. Like I want to see more upside for the dollar, so that might throw might throw a little wrench in it. But I still think that, you know, this sign of weakness that we're seeing right here, we could see another leg from that. So we'll see. Again, I'm not going to trade it personally, but you know, for those of you guys that are going to take advantage of it, that is something you guys can keep your eye on for sure. All right, let's see what else we got here. Can you touch on how to do trailing stops sometime soon? I use Top Step and Apex. Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, if you're trading Top Step and Apex on TradingView, I don't know if there's a trailing stop thing on TradingView because I've never personally looked into it or looked at it. So I don't know if they have it. I know Top Step X. If you're trading Top Step X, I know Top Step X has like a built-in, you know, trailing stop. A lot of these platforms like MetaTraders all have built-in trailing stops. You know, Trade Locker has a built-in trailing stop loss as well that you can always set. So all these other platforms have them. I just don't think you could do it on TradingView personally. But I could be wrong. If somebody knows, definitely let me know. I see we got Mike in the building. What's going on, Mike? Good to see you. Let's see. We got Vancouver in the house. Michael G in the building as well. What is up? Trailing stock kind of depends on how tight you want to get and varies depending on the asset. Absolutely. It definitely does. There's definitely a lot that goes into it for sure. Let's see. Dixie Bull. I'm with you on that, bro. I want to see. I want to see more strength forward now on the dollar for sure. Let's continue to see what we get here. Let's see. Home sales at 10 a.m. What do we have for today? That's all we have is home sales. All right, I'm not too worried about that. That's perfect for my entry. A hard push in OB. That could be the play. Let's see. What up, Abel? What's going on, George? Appreciate you, my brother, for tuning in as usual. My brother Roman in the building. Always good to see you, Roman. Vancouver in the house. Shout out to you guys out there in Vancouver. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Let's see. We got Kev TPT in the house. What's the word, TPT? You can use a strategy to trail stops in TradingView, but prop firms don't like bots. Yeah. Yeah, that would definitely probably violate some rules for the prop firms for sure. Absolutely, it probably would. All right, so look what we're seeing here, guys. Right, gold is still just playing around here. Again, that's why I didn't want to take it. I think we're just too high in the range for me to take these trigger line entries. But we'll see how this continues to play out here. You know, this could very well still push up, right? Create a high off of this, and if we do this, and that's fine, right? Because then we can get maybe of a favorable correction even on this impulsive leg, right? We'll see how that plays out for sure. But we are now generating liquidity, right? If you really look at this range here, family, you know, what are we doing here, right? We're literally just generating a ton of liquidity here, right? What we mean by that is that there's orders being placed, buy orders being placed at the support, and there's also sell orders being placed up here at these highs, right? Since the highs, in my opinion, there was somewhat of a liquidity grab already here. I think now at this point, what make the most sense would be to take out liquidity from the sell side as well, and then we just continue in the trend. So I'm gonna be patient here with gold, family, right? I'm not gonna be in a rush. I'm not gonna get, you know, tricked out by, you know, maybe these trigger line entries. And again, they could produce opportunities that go higher, and I'm okay if I miss that. But I feel like I just feel like, man, there's no way we continue to go bullish without taking out these lows first. There's just too much money resting below here, in my opinion, of course, right? Now, that's just my opinion. The market doesn't have to do it. The market could run, but I think there's no reason why we don't take out these support first. And then off of that, we can get our, you know, liquidity grab play, sweep of the lows, live OB, supported by volume. We take that. All right, so I'm going to be patient with gold, guys. I'm not going to just jump in right away with this. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see. Hey, Abel, Let in the building. What's going on, Let? Good to see you. Shout out to you guys out there in Detroit, man. I love all my Detroit family. All my Michigan family, you guys are absolutely spectacular and amazing. And I appreciate y'all so much for showing up, man. Listen, Michigan showed me love. All right, when I went up to Michigan, man, had a good ass time. They showed me a lot of love, so I always show love to anybody out there in Michigan, in any part of Michigan you're in. Let's see. T-Patton in the building. What's going on? Good to see you in the chat as well. So let's see what else we got here, little family. Just being patient with what we got here. Give me 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. Mm, mm, mm. I mean, in the meantime, though, family, what are you guys looking at, man? What are we looking at? What are we looking at, family? What are we looking at for today? What are you guys focused on for today? Talk to me nice, y'all. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Kevin F in the building. What's going on, Kevin? Good to see you in the chat. See, look at gold, family. Look at gold now. All right, I'm telling you, gold is going to seek these lows. Right? The money or the markets go to where there is liquidity resting. Remember that. The market will go towards where there is potential liquidity resting. And where is liquidity resting, you ask? Below lows, above highs. Very simply put. Below every low and above every high, there's liquidity resting. It's just a matter of how much liquidity is resting and if the market wants to go ahead and seek that liquidity first or after. But let's see what we got here, though. Family, definitely go ahead and smash that like button one time for us, though. I appreciate all y'all for being here. My brother Drew in the building as well. Shout out to my brother Drew. All right, let's see what the rest of the market is doing, though, family. That's gold. We're going to keep our eyes on gold, see what we get here. No rush for this whatsoever, but we are going to keep our focus on it. Let's take a look at the indices. We are about 17, 18 minutes out from the open here. Stock market open. That's when we actually get active trading indices. So let's see what we have done so far for the indices today. All right, so the S&P is really chilling. Really hasn't done much since yesterday, like at all. Like we really didn't see much price action. Like this was all yesterday's. Like we literally did absolutely nothing. We're pretty much trading right back at where we were yesterday on the open, right? So we really got no price action for indices. Now, again, I really don't like selling indices. I'm not a fan of shorting indices just because these things have been bullish for literally decades. Like if you really go back in time, you can just see how bullish this shit really is, right? Long term. And the fact that we've had a very aggressive sell-off already, I mean, I'm thinking like how much further? I mean, we could go further, right? But then we're gonna start to really see headlines of a recession coming in. I mean, there's already people talking about a potential recession that's looming on the horizon, they say, right? There's already talks about it. You know, so if this does continue to drop, then yeah, you're gonna start to see a lot more fear in the markets for sure. A lot of fear in the markets you're gonna see. Boom, 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 boom. What do I think can happen though? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Like, all right, like all that makes sense, Abel. What do you think is actually gonna happen now? I mean, I want to buy these things. Looking at the daily candle closure yesterday, the S&P and how it closed bullish like this, kind of want to start buying this stuff again. The Nasdaq also gave a nice strong closure yesterday. Bullish engulfing on the dailies. Yeah, I want more upside, bro. So I personally still want to lean towards more upside here, family. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I want to look for reasons to buy this stuff. Look for reasons to buy it. You just gotta wait for the open. We got 15 minutes left for the open. So depending on how we play here, I think there could be an opportunity for us to really start to buy this thing up. I mean, just looking at what price action has been doing recently, at least for the past couple days, we are starting to make these higher highs and these higher lows, man. We are starting to make these higher highs and these higher lows. So this market is shifting. Is it going to be a shift that actually holds and lasts and sends us back into the uptrend? That's a different question, right? But I really want to see more upside for these things personally. So I'm going to keep my eyes on this and see what we do here on the open. But we're still about 15 minutes on. The same thing for all of these, right? The NASDAQ, the S&P, US 30. I truly want to just look for reasons to buy these things. So I'm going to be patient and wait for that. And see what we get from that. In terms of yesterday's trade, though, we did catch a trade yesterday, family. I literally made nothing, though. Like, after looking back at it, yesterday we only secured $55. It's like, damn, I might as well just took a break even. So we didn't make much yesterday. We didn't throw much neither. We only threw 3 contracts because the stop was a lot wider than what we typically would want. And when we hit the 20-point TP, I only closed 1 contract. And I left the 2 open. And the 2 actually came back and hit me at break even. So this is where we currently stand, family. We'll still need another 1,500 now to pass this 50K account. And as you guys know, like, we're not going too crazy with this, right? Like, we're literally following proper risk. We're taking our time. We're not rushing. You know, and we're growing. You know, but this is where we currently stand. Out of the last 10 trades we've taken here live, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of the last 12 trades we've taken live, we have 9 winners. 3 losers. We also called out another one that we didn't take on this specific count. That was another winner as well. So we've been crushing it, man. We're just growing it, you know, slowly, but we're growing it. The one thing that I realized is that I can't be taking these big losses like this, though. Like these big losses, these $600 losses, like these $600 losses, guys, are really, even though there's only 2, like, boy, like, that's too big, right? Especially when you look at like what my average win is. Like my average win is probably like around $300. My average loss is probably around 455, right? So my losses on average are bigger than what my average wins are. We're just winning a lot more, right? Which is why we're profitable. But I have to be able to minimize this. Because if it wasn't for these big boys, man, we would have been passed already. So that's just one thing that I gotta be more aware of, family, right? I don't want to continue to lose. Even though we're not getting much of those big ones, man, literally erase 2 or 3 of our winning days, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Right? I can't allow that, right? Like literally this loss right here literally wiped out the last 2-3 trading days. Now that is the downfall of how we, or that is, I don't want to say the downfall, but that is one of the cons to how we're approaching the markets now, where we're really only going for 20 points. But it's okay. We can adjust that, right? We can work on it. We can adjust on that, and we can obviously improve. Damn, I look like a ghost when I got the white screen up. Hold on. That looks crazy. That looks nuts. All right, but let's see. I'm about to reset my computer real quick before market open. I caught a banger on gold last night. Let's go, Drew. Love it. All right, let's see. RoboCop, I buy that for $1. Word. Kevin in the building. What's going on, Kevin? $55 for either better than 0 or less. Nah, that's a fact. Demon eyes when the white screen up. Yeah, nah, that white screen makes me look kind of devilish. Looks kind of crazy, actually. Looks insane. But let's see what we got here, family. We're about 11 minutes out from the open, man. What's gold doing? Gold take out the lows yet? Not yet. Gold is still teetering around these lows, man. Again, I want to see these lows get absolutely taken out. And then after we take out the lows, all right, we do have a nice support area right here at the 2400 level, right? Just looking at previous structure. You know, off of there, hopefully we can get that live beta form and then bring us right back above the range. And then from there, we just really start to trend. All right, so depending on how this plays out, guys, we might be able to actually get both of our entry models to show up here today. So we'll see what the market does give us here. We shall see what the market gives us here. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. I mean, how you guys feeling though, family? Y'all a little quiet today, man. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling today, man? Y'all busy? Y'all already traded and it wasn't favorable for y'all? Like, what's up? Talk to me nice, family. I gotta play this beat right here, though. It's tough. Where's that one beat I had actually? I think it was about this guy. Oh, full of it. Oh. Oh, what is that song I just got from him? Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Too much news to process. NGU for a buy off the 3-minute trigger line entry. Okay, let's see. GU, what are we doing here? He said off the 3-minute shift of the moving averages. Okay. I mean, it's there. Hey, man, hopefully that runs for you, bro. Hopefully that does run for you. Hopefully you do get a nice opportunity on that. Let's see. Setup loading. Are you still only entering after 10 a.m.? It depends. It really does depend. I mean, we could just look at this, right? I've entered at 10 a.m. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half the time I entered at 10, the other half I entered at 9. But to be fair, the 9 o'clock ones, though, they all did come like within 15 minutes of 10 o'clock, though, to be fair. All right, so most of the time, most of my trades, 90% of my trades are usually happening after 9:30, 9:45, around that area. 9:45, 10 o'clock. Within the hour, right? Between 9:30 and 10:30 is usually when I'm getting my entry. Usually between 9:30 and 10:30. That 1 hour range is usually my sweet spot for finding opportunities. Let's see. I ate too much after the gym. You got the itis, my boy. Let's see. Can you take a look at Bitcoin to see what it's doing? Yeah, I mean, for sure, these crypto markets definitely pulled back a little bit here too. But same thing, right? I mean, I'm so bullish Bitcoin now. Like, I am extremely bullish these crypto markets for sure. Like, I would be extremely surprised, guys, if this low is not, like, if this low doesn't hold for some time. I mean, we're already back. We're not that far from all-time highs again. Like, we're literally not. We're what, maybe 6, 7,000 away from all-time highs again, which that can be. I mean, we can do that very easily. All right, 6, 7,000. You know, so I think there's a lot more upside now in terms of where or what I think can happen. I think the obvious thing might be just to fill this wick here. You know, drop towards probably back towards the $64,000, $65,000 range. And then from there, just continue to trek higher. You know, just continue to trend higher. Making your way uptown. Faster is fine. And I'm on mine. You know, making its way uptown, you know. So that's what I want to see. I want us to take out 65,700, come down towards 64,000, and from around there, just go bullish. One of the best opportunities, I think, guys, in the crypto space is still Solana, man. Solana is just, in my opinion, one of my favorite. It's becoming, honestly, my favorite token. My favorite all time was Polkadot, but Polkadot been just being super annoying. Like, we have not done anything on Polkadot, and this is my biggest bag. Right now, I am in still heavy profit because of when I entered, when I started to accumulate, was all the way back here at $2, $3 when I started telling everybody to buy. But we haven't done anything, bro. So this honestly has been underperforming. completely compared to all the other, chains that are out there. So I'm a little disappointed with Polkadot. So all of my focus has definitely been in Solana. I have actually been liquidating some of my Polkadot since I am in heavy profit on it already into some Solana, right? So I truly like Solana a lot. I think Solana has a lot more upside to go. And I also think Solana has the ability to eventually surpass Ethereum as the second chain of all time. Right now, it's just my opinion. I could be way off here, but I'm a big fan of Solana for sure. All right, so buying Solana at 175 is actually pretty cheap when this thing reaches $500 to $1,000 a token. So I'm a fan of it, man. So if we're talking crypto, yeah. I mean, this whole watch list are all these coins right here. I literally have investments in, and these are just a portion of them. I currently have maybe like 20, 30 cryptos that I'm invested into. Some I have a shit ton of money, and some I have a couple dollars in it. But I do have a lot of crypto though currently that I'm just holding. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay, gold London Open down at 23.94. Looks like it already hit an OB from previous day. I'm thinking gold going down a bit first. Shoot, I think it definitely could. How far it goes down? See, that's definitely up for discussion, right? I think we could still get a valid opportunity around these areas. We'll see though. I think I'm a buy on Bitcoin. I mean, that's not a bad idea. You heard about Brett on Solana, Abel? Thoughts? I've heard about Brett on Base. I haven't heard about Brett on Solana. I don't even know if there is an actual official Brett on Solana, to be honest with you. Yeah, Ninja, you're gonna have to send me that because I don't think they're like anything that Brett is a Coinbase based token, right? It is developed on Base, which is Coinbase's blockchain. If you bought it on Solana, it could be a different one, but it's definitely a bootleg version of it. Just being honest with you, Ninja. Don't beat me up. Just being honest. Right, Brett on Solana's bootleg. Cause I mean, we can look at it real quick, right? As we wait for this, guys. We are still 2 minutes out from the open here. Right, if we just come here. No, I need to change this to dark. I look crazy. And we just type in Brett. Right, you can see what chain is actually on from looking at the contract. Right, Brett is built on Base, the Base blockchain, which is blowing up in popularity. So hopefully you meant the Base blockchain, because I do believe this has a lot of upside. I mean, this ended up, guys, this is honestly one of the fastest growing projects out there, Brett. All right, it literally became a billion-dollar platform within the last 3-4 months. Like, it launched in March. We're in July, and it's already at 1.3 billion. So this is a very powerful project. I think it's definitely going to continue to go. It is a meme coin, but it is one of the first meme coins that was built on top of this new blockchain that is powered and backed by Coinbase. So I believe there's still a lot more upside for Brett for sure. Absolutely. Let's see. With Bitcoin, I see a large pullback with a break, retest, and break, and then a sharp W pattern. It's always possible. It's always possible. I'm never gonna be the one to say like, no way, it can't happen. Hey, man, listen. There's always an opportunity here. You never know with prices. You never know with these markets. What do you think about gold sells? I think I want to see a gold sell. I want to see this thing fall another 60 pips or so, 70 pips. Like I want to see it. All right. So in terms of a sell, I want to see us to come down so that I can get my entry. So yeah, that's where we're at, Omar. I'm not opposed to it, man. I want to see it just so we can go get a better entry here. Let's see. Abel Polkadot has the XRP holders. Yeah. Listen, XRP, man. I really feel for a lot of you guys, man, that I don't feel for it because I do think XRP eventually does rebound. But I'm telling y'all, man, XRP is gonna drive y'all crazy. Like, just look at this chart right here. Like where in this chart does it give you confidence to actually want to continue to buy this? Like, this chart is disgusting. Like, absolutely atrocious. Let me see if I can find a better XRP chart. Coinbase one only chose that. We're gonna have to go to KuCoin. There we go. Not even KuCoins. Yeah, so again, I don't think XRP is gonna do what a lot of y'all think it is, to be honest with y'all. I hope it does for the sake of y'all that are invested into it, but I just don't see I don't see too much. I don't see too much coming out of this. I mean, if you just look at previous cycles, right? We had the cycle that happened back in 2016, 2017. What happened? We had a crazy run. This is the most bullishness we've seen XRP. Right? This is where a lot of people really started to buy in, was on this big spike up 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. But what has happened the next couple cycles? Right? The cycle of 2020, 2021. We seen the pump, but it wasn't nowhere near what we had last. Right? What are we seeing now? I mean, we're currently in this new cycle. We haven't done anything in this new cycle neither, right? So again, I'm not really a fan of XRP. I've never really been a fan of XRP. But for the sake of those of you guys that are in it, I hope it does perform well, man. I hope it does. Just don't just be mindful. It's probably going to be tough to come back up towards $2, $3. They could. I think that's going to be kind of tough though. So I'm not a fan of it. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, let's see what we got here, family. We do got the open now. We do got the open. Let's see what we got here. We are seeing the S&P spike down here on the open. We don't play the first 5 minutes of the open neither. The first 5 minutes, the markets literally just do a whole lot of whiplashing and nonsense. So we're not gonna play the first 5 minutes. I do like the fact that we are selling off here on the first 5 minutes though, because now we can rebound back to the upside and get a nice opportunity to go ahead and continue to buy this. So we're gonna be patient on this, guys. We are seeing some weakness to start off here. The US 30 is tanking really hard right now. Again, let it tank. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's also be prepared for the opportunity here that we can get the liquidity grab. What I'm gonna do here for gold as well. Gold is finally spiking below this low as well now, guys. We finally did take out the low here for gold, which is what we've been waiting for and we've been expecting. Now that we took out this low, let's see how price reacts here. Right, because now on the 15 minute, if this does flip back bullish on the 15, and we engulf this on the 15, this thing is going to go right back on up. Or even on the 5 minute, man, depending on how this 5 minute candle ends up closing. If the next 5 minute candle opens and completely engulfs this one, something like this, all right, then we gotta take the initiative. All right, if we do something like this, we gotta take the initiative and not be scared to get involved. So we're gonna see how this continues to play out here now that we're down at these lows here for gold. Again, just look at price action. All right, I'm really trying to walk you guys through this. This is a strong sell candle here, right? It was enough sell pressure that broke the support. Now we also have a lot of sell volume as well, right? A lot of sell volume supporting the break of the structure, the break of the support. But what happens now if the next candle opens, next 5 minute, and we just completely erase that move? And we take out previous 5 minute high and close above it. We have to understand that type of absorption. All right, that is sell side absorption, because the buyers are now absorbing all this selling pressure that we're seeing in real time. The buyers will be dominating if we did see something like that. It's not saying that it's going to happen, All right, because this could very well still continue to drop, right? But if we did see this thing rebound, we have to be able to understand the absorption play that we're seeing there, and that's happening. I will be a buyer all day long if we do see that happen. So we'll see. We shall see what we get here. Let's see. Good morning, y'all. Woke up a little late. Carlos in the building. What's going on, Carlos? Good to see you in the chat, though, man. My bad. I meant Land Wolf on Soul. I have not looked into Land Wolf. I haven't even heard of Land Wolf, but I will look into it, though. Pepe, Brand, and Land Wolf from the same comic or some on 3 different chains. Yeah, I haven't. I've heard of Pepe. I've heard of Brett. I haven't heard of Land Wolf, though. I'll definitely take a look at Land Wolf and see what we get. I'll take a look at it for sure later on. Do we buy US 30 today? That's what I would like to do. But obviously what we'd like to happen isn't always what the market gives us, right? If the market gives us the opportunity to buy it, then yeah, absolutely, we're going to look for that. But where can we look for it? I mean, at this point, this thing is still dropping, right? We need to... Where is it fresh liquidity that will make the most sense, right? Fresh liquidity will be, honestly, all the way down to these lows. I don't know if US 30 is going to make its way all the way down here. It could. If it does, that's where I would be really interested in looking for the buys. I just don't know if we're going to get down there. It's either we're going to get down here and then hopefully look for that buy, or just let this continue to play out within this range because we are inside of a range right now. And then when we actually have signs of bullishness, then we go ahead and we jump in. So either on the sweep of the lows or back above the 50 period moving average on the 5-minute, those would be essentially what I would like to look for buys. Within this choppy range that we're currently in right now, I really don't want to trade within this. I have zero intentions on want to enter positions in this chop. So it's either we going to break the lows and give us a live OB, showing us bullishness coming back in, or we just let price go ahead and get back above the 50, and then if we are able to close back above the 50, then we can go ahead and get involved from there. So that's how I'm going to be playing US 30. I don't want to trade within this chop that we're seeing right now. I have zero intentions on that. Let's see what we got here. The NASDAQ. Look at the NASDAQ with the flip, though, family. Holy moly. All right, so we did just get a nice flip here on the NASDAQ back to the upside here. What did the S&P? The S&P also did something similar. We did get a nice flip here, guys. This is all day in entry for me. Let me actually set my thing up, right? This is all day in entry for me. Don't leave without me. Don't leave without me. Don't leave without me, buddy. Yeah, this is all day, guys. What I like to see when we're looking for, you know, these plays here, right? 5-minute time frame, swept very aggressively to the downside, took out previous 5-minute low, flipped and closed back bullish. Like, you have to be able to read this much bullish momentum. Like, that type of strength, guys, we cannot ignore. Right? That tells me there's a lot of buyers right now entering the market for the NASDAQ. Which also tells me there's probably a good opportunity for this to actually go ahead and seek higher pricing here. So I like the upside there for sure on the NASDAQ. We're going to see how it continues to play out, though. But I think there's a good chance for that for sure to go higher here. It's already pushing, to be honest with y'all. It's already starting to push here. Let's see what we get here. But we do have a lot of volume, though, man. This market is whiplashing back and forth here, but again, I'm not in anything, family, but I'm getting ready to push the button soon. It's like if I enter now, like I'm literally entering almost close to where our 20-point would have already had if we had the better entry. I'm going to be patient on this right here. I'm not going to be in no rush whatsoever. We're still so early on in the session. We got to be precise, guys, right? We got to be greedy with our entries, man. We got to get greedy with our entries. Like, really be specific with what you're looking for. If this didn't start pushing without me, I would have been in this already. Like, literally, because this looks money. But it started pushing without me. Now it's up already 10 points. Now it's up 20 points already. That would have been a TP right there. That would have been a TP right there already. But now we got to wait. We got to be patient. I think there's still a lot more upside to go for this, though. So I'm okay with waiting. But yeah, this would have smashed TP already if we were fast enough to get that entry, and I wasn't fast enough to place it. All right, let's see what else we got here, though. I'm still in on Soul Mill. I still have my Soul Mill too. Bro, Soul Mill is down so bad, like it makes no sense for me to get out. Like it makes zero sense. It's either that's gonna come back and somehow have a nice run, or or I'm just gonna accept the L and move on from it. That's literally it. I mean, this thing is up 20 points now, guys. I don't know if any of y'all were quick enough to get this entry. But this thing is already up 20 points. That would have been our TP already. We would have made money already. So now we just gotta be patient. Gold doesn't look too bad neither. Gold did come back within the range. It didn't give us like the engulf in itself, but what I might put for gold is I might set the buy stop above. I might set the buy stop above this 5-minute candle that took out the lows. I think setting a buy stop above there will probably be a nice idea here. I think that could be a solid idea here. Because I want to see more upside here now, right? And I think if we do take out, you know, the candle that took out the lows here, I think that shows that we definitely have a lot of buying pressure here. So we'll see how this plays out here, guys. I am risking. I don't like the risk. Again, I'm really trying not to risk too much on this. I don't want to risk $600 like I have been. So we're going to see, man, if we can go ahead and break the highs. I think that could be a solid play here. Yeah, I think this could be a solid play. I really just like how the structure been forming. Even though we're technically still within a range right here, which is always risky to be trading within the middle of a range. I just think that we're getting ready to go ahead and start to break up. I think we're getting ready to go ahead and start to break up very soon here for gold. So we'll see. Either way, man, I think it's a solid setup. It's giving us a 1.5 to 1 risk reward. So, but you guys know the play. We're targeting 20 points. And we're taking it and we're running. All right, let me see. So we do got that set. What's the Nas? Yeah, the Nasdaq is running, boy. Nasdaq is running. This thing is 40 points already. US 30 still holding down. The S&P also spiked up as well here, looking pretty good. Looking pretty solid. That looks like it could actually continue as well. Gold is right here, man. Gold is so close. Are you gonna hit us in or what? Like, what you about to do, Gold? Are you gonna hit us in or not? Yeah, we did take out the high that put in the low too. We did take out the high that put in the low, so I really like this. Come on. There we go. All right, so we are now officially filled on gold, family. Now we just gotta let it play out. It's either gonna be a win or it's gonna be a loss. No matter what happens, though, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's gonna be a win or a loss. Now I don't want this. Now I am gonna be monitoring this in real time with you, obviously, right? But I am gonna keep my eye on this, right? Because if we do fail to break above where my entry is now, because I just realized like the entry is literally at a major level of structure. If we do fail to just get above that, then that's gonna be annoying. But that's why our stop is at the low, just to be safe, right? Because we're not gonna be safe until we get above this. Honestly, we probably should have put the buy stop a little bit higher above the range. But it is what it is. Ain't nothing we can do now. We just gonna let this play out and deal with the consequences, man. It's either gonna be a win or a loss, right? If we gotta add a loss to the column, then so be it. Now, indices on the other hand, the S&P is going nice. Nasdaq is still going solid. US 30 is now also starting to rebound. US 30 does look pretty solid as well. We'll see how that continues to play out here. Foreign currencies, the euro is still falling. The pound is pretty sideways right now, just chilling. The Aussie is still falling as well. Those are really moving lower, lower, lower. So we'll see how that continues to play out. The dollar is doing exactly what we wanted. It's still pushing higher here. So all of our trends and our directions are correct right now. Everything that we wanted so far has been doing what it wants. Now we just got to see if gold is going to play fair. Or if it's going to just hit us out for a loss here. So we'll see. In the meantime, though, let me go ahead and just mark this up. You guys are going to be seeing Ghost Abel for a second. Hold on. 2024. This trade was at 9 o'clock. We took the buy. We did micro GC gold New York session. We did the buy stop. We went 10 contracts on this one because we weren't risking too much. 10 contracts, target Targeting 76, risking 49. 76, 49. All right, and then the results. I'm relaxed. I'm chilling. Looking for price to move higher off a sweep of internal range liquidity. And read back in the range. All right, so that's where we're at, and then obviously these last two document whenever the results actually show itself. I don't like this reaction that we got. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like the reaction that we got so far off of this closing back like this on the 5-minute. I was hoping that we kind of would have hit the buy stop once we took out the high and just continue to drive here. But we are facing a lot of resistance, to be fair. Probably should have set our buy stop a little bit higher, or at least just waited for the close above the moving averages. That would have been a little bit more safer. But ain't nothing we can do now, right? These are little things that we can just, continue to add on to, and just be aware of, guys, right? As you're trading, like, you guys see how I'm walking through my thought process right now on what I could have done, what I should have done, maybe if I should have waited, right? Like, it's important to do that, right? You do want to kind of, like, monitor what you're doing in real time, right? Like what I'm doing now, like I'm literally walking you guys through this in real time. Like maybe I should have just waited for the 5-minute close above the moving averages, right? We wouldn't be sitting in drawdown right now, right? Maybe I could have had the buy stop a little bit higher within the range instead of directly at this resistance point, this structure point, because now we wouldn't be sitting in drawdown, right? So these are things that we got to just be aware of, guys. So next time when we're faced with a situation like this, we know just to be a little bit more patient. All right, so we'll see what happens here, though, guys. Right, as of right now, we're sitting in heavy drawdown. I'm telling you, that rejection off of this level is definitely not favorable right now. It's not what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see this rejection right here like this. It's definitely not favorable, but we're gonna let this play out regardless. Let's see. Yes, sir. I got in earlier. Yeah, the indices are going crazy though. Either way, like the S&P looks solid. Look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq ended up going very nicely to the upside. We are seeing a little bit of correction right now, but those things did spike up very, very nicely. So shout out to you guys that did take those indice plays. Y'all should have definitely took some money off that. Let's see, break even on Nas. Caught that nasty Nas up a quick 900. Let's go. I'm in on Nas. Entry point 20,000. Let's go. I actually entered US 30 instead of gold. Would have been an A. Listen, if you enter the gold with me, we in drawdown right now. This is when we play, like you guys know the song that we play when we're in drawdown. You guys know the song that we play when we're in drawdown. Come on, we gotta put this song on now.
Is it a buy or sell?
Is it a buy or sell? You know the song we play when we're in drawdown.
Are we any trade?
Come on now. I'm in drawdown right now, so we gotta play it.
Why does everybody profit except
Let's see. I see you, Abel, halfway done with the challenge. Yeah, we're gonna get there. That's for the one that we've been trading live together too, right? So I have other 50Ks that are literally like damn near close to passing.
How does your stop loss get?
Let's see. Carl Shorter in the building. What's going on, Carl? Good to see you in the chat, man. Jeffrey in the building as well. Let's go. As you guys can see. How you read? Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. How you read? Coach, I'm red. This is me right here. Coach, I'm red. How you read? Coach, I'm red. No, seriously. Yo, this is easy. Hey. 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 Coach, we red. Coach, we red. What the beat is run but do? Whether the rhymes are long. In a gold sell at 24.04. Listen, I hope you win off that, bro. You know me, I ain't never no hater. I hope y'all win even if I lose. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. How you red? Our trade ain't working out. What do you mean how we red? The trade ain't working out. I put a buy stop right at a level of structure. I should have knew better. I wasn't looking at the structure though. So that's how I'm red. You want to know how I'm red? I'm explaining to you how I'm red. I set the buy stop at probably a horrible spot. But we good though. How you red? All we gotta do is just Hey, are we buying or selling? Yo, the ad libs are so funny on this shit, bro. Only gonna sell. What do I do? Only time will tell. Try to stop loss. Then you gotta take profit. Hey. Hey. Pull the trigger. Bigger, bigger, and bigger and bigger. Coach, I'm red. How you red? How you red? Coach, I'm red. We are 10 minutes out from the 10 o'clock candle, family. 10 minutes out from the 10 o'clock candle. We'll see how that does for here. Coach, I'm red. Get it, better be red too. Dipping up the FOMO, dude. Come on, just hit me out so we can go ahead and move the next setup. Just hit me out so we can go to the next setup. See, look at the Nasdaq, man. This was really our preferred play, man. Dripping in the FOMO, dude. Yeah, yeah. Or did it go over your head? Coach, I'm red. Tell me, who else got some wins, though, man? Who got some wins, though, right? Because I'm down right now, but I want to celebrate the winners. Who got some wins that we can celebrate right now as we're down? Coach, I'm red. Coach, I'm red. Are you red? Coach, I'm red. W ad-libs, word. The ad-libs are funny as hell. Coach, I'm red. How you red? That's how we feeling, family. We red right now. Most likely, high probability we take a loss here, right? So you guys know the next song that comes after Coach, I'm red? It's crazy. We have a playlist for every situation we go through here in these charts. We have a playlist for. We have a song for. Come on now. Shout out to that boy Tyrone, man. All right, next song. Since we're about to take this L real quick, you guys know how it is, man. We gotta understand, man. It's part of the business, it's part of the process, man. A loss in trading, family, is essentially just like a business expense in the business world. All right, you're never gonna launch a business and have no losses, man. It's gonna come with it. And then trading is the same exact thing. And I just took that L. All right, so let me adjust. Let me see where we at. And I'm gonna keep rising. See, now that we took that loss, now we transition into this song right here, family. First loss of the week. We good though. Still a lot of time in the week. Still a lot of time in this trading day. Every boss gotta take a loss. Facts. Let's talk about it. Gotta take a loss. Every boss gotta take a loss. Now we wait here. Now we gotta wait. Right now I'm definitely chilling on the sideline here for gold. Now, only way I get into gold now, I'm actually gonna be chilling. I'm not gonna get in on gold. I need price to really show me something, right? Like it really has to like truly get above structure here for me to get involved now. Like I need price to actually get back above structure now for me to want to get back involved here. So I'm chilling on gold. Let's see what else the market is doing though. S&P is coming back down. Nasdaq is coming back down. US 30 is dropping as well. What we about to do here? What's the dollar doing? Dollar's still pushing up higher, man. Dollar's still pushing up higher. How we feeling though in the chat though, family? Let's see. Roll Nas up 100. Let's go. Come on now. Come on now. I call action with Nas real quick. Let's go. He said Escobar season has returned. All right, let's see what we got here. I was scared to get in the trade. Listen, you can't let fear get in. You can't. You can never let JJ. You know better than that, JJ. JJ, really, JJ? Is there a song about fear on here? Hold on. Do we got a fear song? Do we got a song about fear on here? If not, I gotta make a song for you called. I gotta make a song on fear. That's the one thing we never do, family. We never allow fear to dictate anything that we do in markets. If you are fearful, then it's best to probably not trade the whole day. It's probably best to just take the day off. Just being honest, JJ. And just for anybody, if you're experiencing fear right now, then just close your charts. Don't even try to trade. Because emotionally, you're already lost. I'm just being honest. Don't shoot me. But if you are emotional, you already lost for the day and you ain't even take a trade yet. How you lose and you ain't even take a trade yet? It happens though. You can lose mentally before you even press buy or sell in the markets, guys. We have to understand that. And if you already lost mentally because you're nervous, you're scared, you're fearful, you're greedy, you're whatever it is, it's best to just take your L, your mental L, and wait till tomorrow. And don't allow your mental L turn into an actual real physical L on the charts. That's game. That's game. He said, I just had to use the bathroom. Yo, JJ, you're hilarious, bro. You are hilarious. But yeah, so I'm chilling right now, guys, on gold. I'm gonna let that just continue to play out. I need this to build more structure for me now. Indices though are pretty interesting still though. Right? Indices are still interesting. I still want more upside here for NASDAQ. So all we need to do now, guys, is wait for our entry model number 1, which is just our trigger line. And if price can get in between our moving averages, that's what I want to see here. So we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. Let's see. We got Aaron in the building. What's going on? Lamar in the building. What's up, Lamar? Appreciate you, my brother. If you're scared, you probably overbid, bid less, and get mentally ready just with smaller W's. Absolutely. Waiting on Nas buy above 1980.70. Gotta close above. If not, we chilling. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. You traded. That's forex pricing. You said 19.870s. Yeah, back above the structure point. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. We're gonna be patient here, family. It's impossible to have a fruitful life if you are fearful. That's a bar. That is a bar. Let's see, taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, Mr. Jefferson. The Browns to the Super Bowl. Yeah, if the Browns make the Super Bowl this year, I'm buying all you guys steak dinners. Everybody getting steak dinners. We're all getting tomahawks. If the Browns make it to the Super Bowl. Let's see, gold is winning the battle meanwhile. Yeah. What's gold doing? Gold is still chilling here. Again, at this point, I'm chilling, man. Even if this does create a 5-minute engulfing, I'm not buying it, right? I need to see real strength to come in for me to now buy again. I need to see real strength. Let's see, Ali will beat most of his opponents before even getting into the ring. Exactly. It was a mental game, man. And trust me, these markets, guys, every day, they try their best to install fear, doubt, uncertainty into our life. I promise y'all this. That's what it does. That's what it likes to do. Let's see, now it's KC Green Bay this year. It's been written. Carl, listen, I highly doubt that that's going to be the matchup. But if it does become the matchup, you might be a damn near fortune teller. You might as well tell us where gold is going to go next. Like, come on, Carl. If you're able to predict that and it's written, then what is gold written for? Then tell us what gold is about to do. We need some insight on that. Like, give us a signal on that. Let's see, we need some ultra light beam. Tell us, Carl, we must know where. Texans versus Detroit. Come on. Texans versus Detroit. Like that's the most. I could see KC and Green Bay because KC has just been dominating for the past 7-8 years. So I could see KC going back. Maybe Green Bay makes it. But Texans and Detroit Super Bowl? Like, are we being realistic now? Like, it's gonna be KC. Yeah, you guys are tripping. If it's not gonna be KC in the Super Bowl, it's gonna be the Ravens. If it's not gonna be KC, it's gonna be the Ravens. Stay woke. Now, who do we face in the Super Bowl? That's a good question. What are you trying to do here, Gold? Are you gonna actually start to show some strength here, buddy? What are you about to do here, Gold? Are you showing some strength here? What are you doing, bro? Talk to me nice. All right, we do got the 10 o'clock candle, family. 10 o'clock candle is here. Let's see what we get here. US 30 is trying to push up here as well. What you about to do, NASDAQ? Talk to me nice. What you about to do? What are you about to do? What are you about to do, NASDAQ? Talk to me nice. Cause I got it like that. Let's see, he said the Bears. This guy Austin. Yo, you guys in your Detroit, man. Anybody that's saying Detroit is literally only saying Detroit probably because you're from Detroit, or at least you're from that area. Stay woke on the Bears, bro. Listen, I'm very woke on the Bears. You heard what I told you, Austin. I forgot what our bet was, though, Austin. Austin, can you remind me what our bet was? I know we made a bet. I told you there's no way in hell the Bears are making it to the Super Bowl. I'll be surprised they make the playoffs. No offense. No offense. I forgot what bet we made. We had said some. I forgot what it was. Let's see. I meant to ask you how it is setting up a futures live account and trading on it. I mean it's straightforward. Right? Like setting up a live account is, easy as hell. The one thing that most people are not aware of, though, right, when you are setting up, let me see. Yeah, it's I'm over here doing like 10 things at once. Setting up the live account, bro, is very simple. You just go right to Trade You deposit money through NinjaTrader. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, right? NinjaTrader and Trade are essentially one company now, right? So when you go ahead and you create an account, you create it through NinjaTrader, and then you go ahead and you fund the account through NinjaTrader, but then you trade it on Trade. So it is a little bit of a process if you're not familiar with NinjaTrader and Trade. But once you deposit it, you're able to go ahead and trade. The thing about it is, though, is that in order to trade on TradingView, it does cost money to trade on TradingView every single month. Right? So if you do want to trade a live account, a personal account on TradingView, I think it's either $10 a month or it's $20 a month. And then you also have to buy the data, right? So if you want to trade gold or indices, then you also have to pay $9 to $10 a month as well to, for the actual data as well. So there are extra fees that a lot of people are not aware of when trading a personal futures account, but it shouldn't be a big deal. All right, you should just pay that if you're more accustomed to trading on TradingView, then pay that $10-$20 fee. Right, so that you can trade comfortably. If you're comfortable trading indices and gold, then pay that extra $10 fee. All right, so that you can trade everything and do exactly how you want to trade it. But there are other things that come with it that a lot of people are not really aware of. Let's see, 100 on Bears to the playoffs. Let's make it 1,000, Austin. Let's make it 1,000. How confident are you on them Bears? Hey, let's see. You said US 30 flying? Oh yeah, US 30 is moving now. Okay, US 30. Okay, dirty 30. What's the rest of the market doing? The S&P is still trying to push up higher here. The Nasdaq, I like this. If the Nasdaq, man, if we now get this trigger line entry, if we can now break back above the 13 here on the 5-minute, 3-minute for the Nasdaq, that'll be my second attempt of the day. I'm already down one, family. I lost one today already, man. I lost one already in case you just came on, family. I did take an L already earlier. Took a $500 loss. It's cool. It's whatever. It's not a deal breaker. We still doing what we do here. But if we're able to get this closure, man, we need you to go up higher a little bit. We need this 5-minute candle that we're currently on right now to just close above the trigger line. And then we could take that. That's what I say. Hey, I got to think things through. So I'm going to be watching this NASDAQ. The S&P is still pushing up higher. US 30 is definitely pushing up higher. So the NASDAQ, in my opinion, could follow. So let's see what we get here. Are we gonna be able to recoup our losses or no? Or just add on to it? Either way, we gonna be alright. So let's see what we get here. I'm good on gold. Gold looks like it might want to just continue to tumble here. So I'm good on gold for now. I have no intentions on want to trade it for now. I already took a loss on her. I'm kind of upset with gold. You little dirty animal. So we're gonna let gold just do what it does. NASDAQ though, we on you, baby. We are on you, baby. Come on. Do you recommend Apex or continue with Top Sec? On Apex, you can copy trade 20 accounts. My favorite, and shout out to you, my brother Renee. Always good to see my brother Renee in the building, man. Mr. Take Profit himself, the GOAT of all times. Mr. Hospitality. You always show me massive love, bro, when I was out there in Houston, bro. Nothing but love, bro. But like I was saying, before I got distracted with just showing gratitude, my favorite is Top Step. Like, I'm a big fan of Top Step in terms of as a platform for trading futures. I think Top Step, in my opinion, is a very, very good platform. Right? So I like Top Step personally. The only rule I think they have is literally just to not hit the daily drawdown rule. Or they only have like one main rule, which is also super convenient. And it just looks like they're a lot more productive, a lot more proactive. It just looks like, in my opinion, TopSec has a lot more in the works compared to Apex. The only thing I don't like about Apex is like their platform, it just seems like it's outdated. Like the platform as a whole. Like I really am not a fan of Apex's platform whatsoever. Like shit is shitty as hell. Where TopStep are constantly improving, they're constantly adding more. So I'm a big fan of TopStep. Alright. The pros to Apex though is that you are able to get a shit ton of accounts. Like you can trade 20 accounts at one time, which is nuts. Where Top Step you can only trade 5 accounts at once, or at least 5 live accounts at once. So pros and cons for sure. Apex is a lot cheaper, absolutely. All right, a lot cheaper than Top Step. It's the cheapest across the board, but I'm still a big fan of Top Step personally. Let's see. 1003 gang, let's go. Let's see, what's the minimum? I mean, this is similar to like Forex, bro. Like you can start with like $100 if you really wanted to. You're not gonna be able to trade gold or indices though with $100 on the futures account. Even through the micros, I don't know exactly what the minimum is, but it's gonna be very hard to trade, you know, indices and stuff. Maybe the S&P you might be able to get away with it, but you could technically deposit $100 if you wanted to, right? I'm not sure what the minimum is. I think it's like $50 the minimum, but then it comes down to like, do you even want to trade that? Like, I wouldn't recommend you guys to deposit the minimum balance in a futures account. I'd rather you take that money and buy a prop firm account. Like, to be honest, it makes a lot more sense because you're going to be limited to what you can actually trade. Right, you're gonna be limited to how much you can actually trade, right? So definitely don't do that. If anything, if you're only gonna be trading with 50 to $100, just buy a prop firm account and just deal with that. Let's see. Your gold trade was trade 13 on that account. Abel was destined for the L, probably because that was trade 13 technically. I still gotta fill this out. I gotta do this. We did take a pretty hefty loss here too, fam. I'm not even gonna loss. We ended up losing. This 49 points. And we ended up taking a $500 loss. It's not 600, but it's still pretty high, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like these losses are a lot bigger than, but that's the game that we play, man. When we trade, What's my emotions after the trade? It is what it is. That's my thoughts and my feelings. It is what it is. The after trade notes. Be more aware of where key structure points are to avoid entering directly at a SNR level. Yeah, that's what I gotta work on. All right, so that's where we're at right now so far. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Look at this NASDAQ, family. This NASDAQ is looking money. Are we gonna be able to take this though? Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to lower the lots if I take this, but I don't want to lower the lots. This looks money now, but boy. Taking 2 back-to-back losses for 500 and then 800 is crazy. I might have to take this on a separate account just to be safe. I might have to take this on a separate account, family, not this account that we're trading here, just to be safe. I don't want to, because if we take a, again, I think this does run here, in my opinion here, but if we end up taking another loss on this, boy, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. I'm not gonna lie. With my 9 to 5, and now they're hating. You should see all their faces. Expensive dinners. I'm tipping no waiters. All right, what I can do though is I could set a buy stop above this high though. We can set a buy stop above this high though. That's still a very hefty stop loss though. We're gonna have to lower our shit, man. We be lit and we know it. Beg a couple million, y'all show it. We're gonna have to. Let's see what we get here though. Let me see. Fly to Ohio now. Take care, fam. All right, Carl. Good to see you in the chat, man. Appreciate you, brother. Have a safe flight. I'm blessed we all woke up. Absolutely. Apex is definitely old school. Absolutely, bro. I hate Apex's platform because it just looks so outdated. Like, it really does look super outdated. Bro, you know what? I'm about to change it. I don't know if I want to risk this. This is too big of a. This is too much for me to risk on this account. I'm gonna change my account. I'm gonna change to a different 50K account, not the one that we're specifically trading here. Nah. I'm gonna leave it actually. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna see how this plays out. I do like the buy stop above these highs though, family. I do like the buy stops above these highs for the NASDAQ. Current 5-minute high. I think if we do flip back bullish, this thing is probably gonna run here. Yeah, I see us all the way. I see us going all the way back up to here. 20,160. Once this flips bullish here, we're gonna go back up to 2160. Watch. 20,160. Let's see what we're doing on these smaller time frames. 1 minute time frame. What are we doing here? We could play the 1 minute candle flip, but that's a lot riskier. We could play the 1 minute candle flip. You should see all they faces. I had to go make some changes. I'm telling you, this is gonna flip back bullish. I'm pretty confident in that. I love my haters. I'm gonna set the buy stop above this 1 minute. Oh, I did not mean to get in that. That is not what I wanted. I meant to set the buy stop above here. I wanted to set the buy stop above the previous 1 minute candle here. All right, well, I didn't even mean to jump into this trade, but I guess we're in here now. So this is our second trade of the day, family. Definitely a little bit, definitely didn't want to just jump in like that, but it is what it is now. It is what it is now. Shoot, hopefully this don't screw us though. I'm gonna be tight. But I still like the play. I still like the upside. I'm a big fan of it. I think there's definitely opportunity to go here, so we're going to let this ride out now. We're going to let this ride out, man. We're going to let this ride out. Let's see. And we're technically up 20 points already. Oh, no. We're up 10 points. We're up 10 points so far. 20 is going to be up here. I see on that. Yeah, 20 is going to be right here. So this is going to be our 20-point TP right here. And we smacked our 20-point TP, family. I'm going to go ahead and roll stops to break even. I'm going to roll stops to break even here. We did smack 20-point TP. Even though I didn't initially want to enter right there, hey, man, definitely helped me out. We just, now we're smashing it. 20-point TP has been smashed. Let's go. Come on, what we about to do here? I am going to close some partials as usual. We're going to go heavy and close a big chunk of it. We're going to close 8 contracts. Oh my God, this thing is going nuts here. Yeah, we're going to close 8 contracts right here. We're going to close 8 contracts right there, family, for that 25 plus points that we just secured. Let's go. Let's go. We made back damn near almost all of our, I'll tell you guys exactly how much we just made back. Yeah, so we're only down like $100 now. Okay, we made back a big chunk of that loss that we took. Let's go. Come on, NASDAQ. Now run for us. Now just go. Like, you don't even got to wait for nobody. Just go for us now. Come on now. Come on now. Just keep going now. Don't even slow down. We ended up closing a big chunk there, though. What did we close? Let me see. Yeah, better run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Yeah, we bagged that. Yeah, we just made 300 off of that so far. So we lost 5. We just made 300 back. We're down like 130 with the floating. Yeah, not bad, man. Listen, we making our way back, baby. Let's go. W's in the mother junkin' chat, baby. Come on now. That's how we keep composure. Even though I wasn't trying to enter right there, it definitely was beneficial for us. It's beneficial that we did. That it did enter us there. Come on now. Let's go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Easy, easy, easy money, man. That's how we hold our cool, come back. Let me see what you guys talk about now in the Chizzy chat. I hate that all the important information is scattered all over Apex's FAQ. Yeah, Apex is super, super annoying, bro. No cap. Lost my friend account last week. Abel, shit was tough on my mentality. Any tips to recover? Keep going. I've been off the markets ever since. I mean, that's a good question, right? How do you react and respond? How do you recover from taking a crazy loss or blowing an account? First thing you need to realize that it is a part of the process. It's unfortunate that you lost your funded account, but you have to now chalk it to the game, charge it to the game, and just get back into it, right? It is what it is. There's nothing that you can do right now to get that account back. Literally nothing. You being upset at yourself isn't going to magically make that account appear. But what you need to do is just learn from that. What caused you to blow that account? I'm pretty sure you know, Ram, what caused you to lose that account, right? Whether it's you being undisciplined, whether it's you over leveraging, whether it's you whatever it is, right? Holding a trade too long in drawdown made you hit your max drawdown, whatever it is, right? You know what it was that caused you to lose that account. So it's also up to you to now, when you get a new account, to learn from that. If you're able to learn from it, see, then you're seeing a lot more progress than most people, right? You're doing great. Don't allow that loss to completely keep you out the game. Nah, hell nah. You might have lost that war, but guess what? There's other wars that we could take. There's other wars that we can have. You just got to keep your head down, man, and just charge to the game. If I told you, Ram, how many accounts I've blown, it might make you feel a little bit better. I ain't gonna lie. Because I lost and I've blown a shit ton of accounts during my time. A lot of accounts. Like double figures, if not triple figures, right? I obviously don't know exactly how many. But I took a lot of losses as well, and I've blown a lot of accounts, and you're not the only one. A lot of the family as well in the chat has also blown a lot of accounts. It is what it is. It's a part of the process. But you have to learn from that. You have to grow from that blown account. Figure out what you did right, figure out what you did wrong, and be disciplined enough to change it. And then see if the results are different next time you get an account. That's really the best advice that I could tell y'all, man, is just to be patient with this. Charge it to the game. That's now a part of your tuition that you're paying to learn the skill. and try to get another account as soon as you can. Let's see what else we got here. Can I deposit into Top Step X? You can't deposit it as a prop firm, but you can buy an account. You could buy a challenge all day long. Let's see, check out Nas entry. Yeah, I like Top Step, but I got that little devil on my shoulder that wants to copy trade 20 accounts. I'm with you, bro. I also want to do the same thing, bro. Okay. There are terms too, bro, where I also want to, honestly, I have 10 Apex accounts. Like, I have a bunch of Apex accounts already, right? But I also have, you know, the Top Step accounts as well, right, that I trade, on top of even trading my personal account, right? So I'm over here juggling a bunch of accounts, but I have all that. It's just so, like, having 20 accounts and just copy trading it is crazy to think about, right? But that's how you literally, if you get 10 50K accounts, I mean, think about how much money you're trading. Now you're trading $500,000 worth of capital. If you get 20 accounts, now you're trading $1 million worth of capital. That's gangster. Hey, so trust me, I'm the same way, bro. I've also wanted to go out and do the same thing, man. Let's see, I'm in that Nas re-entry at 43,000 on a 5K. Let's go. A win is a win. Yup. NQ needs to break this minor resistance. Absolutely, and it looks like it did. I think it will run up for you. Close half. Yep. I close half because the area has been in has been quite choppy. Listen, I appreciate y'all also giving that advice, man. That's what we need here, family. Again, don't just look at me and be like, oh no, whatever Abel says goes. Like, nah, hell no. What do y'all think I should do here? I'm still gonna do what I want to do regardless. Right? Because it's my setup. But I appreciate y'all for definitely telling me, like, yo, Abel, just keep your eye on that shit. Like, that's what we're for. That is what a community is all about. Helping each other grow. Encouraging each other to get better. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Now look at this NASDAQ go. We already made back our money, family. We are now officially in the profit for today, even after the loss. Even after the loss, we in the profit, baby. Come on now. Yeah, keep going. Now we just took out the highs, baby. Let's go. Keep running for us. Let's get it. Yeah. Now NASDAQ is playing fair. Now the NASDAQ is playing fair. On our last two contracts, our last two runners, we're up 200. Come on now. I'm telling y'all, family. We just gotta lock in, man. I say, Abel, do you still trade Forex? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. Hell yeah. We getting money always. We getting money every way possible, baby. Come on. I was 2,600 last week on my first week trading Express Top Step and blew it all in less than 3 days. Over leveraging, yeah, I was in my feelings, but I'm back trying again. Local, if you could do it once, you could do it again. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure, you know, this time, obviously, I don't even got to tell you what to do, bro. Like, you know, you've been in here long enough, bro. You knowledgeable enough, bro, to understand exactly what went wrong and what went right, bro. So I don't even need to, you know, try to, you know, mentor you or give you advice when you know exactly what the hell you need to do next time. All right, so keep it going, bro. You got this shit. But yeah, family, I just closed out the last of that contract up here at these highs. We did end up securing around 50 points up to these highs, around 40 to 50 points. Yeah, around 50 points of full profits are now secured. Beautiful, man. Now I got to write this shit up. Hold on. I didn't even write it up. I need to go back to my original setup. What was the original? All right, here we go. Let's go, man. Big W. Let's go, Naz. Thank you for making me back all my freaking money, baby. You are absolutely amazing. Let's go. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for being nice to us today. Let's get it. All right, so let's see. What did we... All right, so yeah. So we ended up making... Literally, we made back everything that we just lost, which is phenomenal. We made back everything that we just lost, plus $10. so it's essentially gonna be a break-even deal, break-even day overall. To be honest with y'all, it's gonna be a break-even day overall. But hey, we'll take that. We will take that. Let me go ahead and just add this new trade to our spreadsheet. Okay, this one was done at 10 o'clock. We had the buy. We did on NASDAQ. Shout out to the NASDAQ. Nas did. Come on now. This was actually a market execution, but I intended it to be a freaking buy stop, but we did have 10 contracts on there. Our stop was 20-point stop. Targeting, I think, like 80 points. Stop was 20 points on this one. All right, we ended up securing in total. We ended up locking in $300 when we first initial took our partials, plus the 200 that we made with the runner. So we 493. Hold on, is this right? Yeah, it is right. Okay. Yeah, so we ended up making a little bit over $505. So just literally $5 more than what we just lost. That's crazy. All right, we'll take it though. We will take it, right, Victoria? We'll take it. Listen, so this is where we're currently at, guys. We literally just made $5 more than what we just lost. All right, so what was this setup here? This was this technically was supposed to be a trigger line entry play here, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Excited to make the loss back. Beautiful. After trade notes. Shoot, the after trade notes is right here. My emotions. All right, there we go. So this is where we're at now, family. We are doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. Let's go. Let's get it, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yo, I look like a ghost when the white screens is up. That's kind of scary. I'm scaring myself looking at that shit. All right, let's see what else we got here now. Do you use copy traders too? Yeah, absolutely. For the actual prop firm accounts, yeah, definitely. It's a lot. That's the only way you can manage 20 accounts. I'm not even gonna lie. Like if you're trying to individually trade all 20 accounts or 10 accounts, like that's crazy, right? Like you kind of gotta like copy trade some of them. You might, it could be smart to just keep maybe a couple stored to the side in case you blow the accounts, but you definitely gotta copy trade when you're doing all those. Let's see, man. The trading mentality you bring to this game is a life's lesson. And that, this crazy thing is about it, right? That's literally what I need you guys to get from all these sessions, guys. Don't worry about the wins, the losses that we take, the opportunities that I find for us. Like, just think about my mindset throughout it all. Like, you guys see, my emotions don't change. I'm always the same bubbly person, no matter if I'm winning or if I'm losing, right? Like, my emotions don't change. And that's how we have to get in the trading game, man. As long as we're able to continue to control our emotions and think logically, there's no reason why we can't take another opportunity if it presents itself. There's no reason for it, right? As long as you're still able to think logically without being influenced based on your previous results, then take every single setup that shows up. Why not? Right? So that's the thing I always tell you guys. Don't focus so much on the signals, the strategy, but think about my mindset on how I approach this shit. Like, that's the biggest nugget I want you guys to get. So, George, I appreciate you so much for bringing that up, bro. Because that is literally the thing that I want y'all to really get from this the most. Is how am I able to control my emotions, manage my mindset, and how I'm able to continue to think logically even if I win or take a loss. Because that's what's going to help you get to the next level. Not the strategy itself. You could take any strategy, guys. There's thousands of trading strategies out there. You could take any one and make it a profitable strategy as long as you have the right mindset. It all comes back down to your mindset. Shoot, we could take a coin flip strategy, right? Like we could take, this is actually not a bad example, right? I actually wanted to do this before, but I never actually did it, right? Like this was like a couple years ago I was about to do this and actually document I just never ended up doing it. But like you can literally make a strategy off of coin flips. Right? If the coin lands on head, you buy. If the coin lands on tails, you sell. And if you do that correctly and you have good risk reward, you can be a profitable trader even using a coin flip as a strategy. Like what? On heads, buy for 20 points and get out. On tails, sell for 20 points and get out. Now you got to have a good risk to reward on these setups. But I'm telling y'all, you can even convert that strategy and make it profitable as long as you have the right mindset and the right ideas behind it. That's really the biggest thing for most traders. Their mind is what's killing them. Their emotions is what's killing them. So definitely take that. I gotta give you another shout out, George, man, because that's really, again, that's the number one thing I want y'all to get from this, for real. Let's see. That's how you rebound. Absolutely. Come on now. Naz did 1K away from passing 3 of my funders. Let's go, Kyrie. Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Let's see. Fam never quit. Great display of what it takes to be a good trader. That part. Let's go. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Let's see. Some prop firms don't allow copy trading. Yeah, some Forex prop firms don't. Actually, to be honest, most prop firms do allow you to copy trade, whether it's Forex. Most futures, honestly, I think almost every futures prop firm allows you to copy trade. I know Apex allows you, Top Step allows you, Take Profit Trader allows you to, to copy trade. Elite Trader Funded allows you to copy trade. So every futures prop firm allows you. Forex prop firm is definitely going to be give or take depending on the prop firm, but most Forex prop firms also don't have an issue with copy trading if it's your own accounts. Like, that's the one thing we have to understand, right? Like, most Forex prop firms would allow you to copy trade, but they'll tell you just make sure you're only trading your own personal accounts. You can't trade or copy somebody else's account with yours, and that's a violation of the rules. So, let's see. That's the main thing I love about your teaching, the breakdown. I appreciate you, Victoria. Thank you so much, Victoria. I don't know if you've been in the chat often, Victoria, but for some reason, if you have been with us, I apologize. I appreciate you. But it's good to see you in the chat. I want to see you more often, Victoria. Come on now. We need you locked in, just like you encouraging me. I'm going to encourage you to get better as well. We got to do this together, family. Like I always tell y'all, man. Like, it's not about one person on this whole thing is not off of one person, family, right? At all. Right? It's not off about me. It's a community. We are a community. We are here to help each other grow together. So if you guys have to criticize my analysis, critique the hell out of me. I ain't gonna feel a way about it. There might be some shit I could learn. Right? So if y'all see me doing stuff that I can improve on, let me know. Check me. Hold me accountable. Because I'm gonna do the same thing for y'all. You best believe I'm gonna do the same thing for y'all. Why? Because we are community. We are family. And that's what family does. We hold each other's backs. We got each other's back. We hold each other accountable. We check each other when we're doing things that we know we shouldn't be doing, man. And that's how we're gonna grow together. And that's why I truly believe that we will have the most profitable trading community in the entire world. Not on just YouTube. I'm talking about anywhere. I promise y'all, if we hold each other accountable, family, we will have the #1 trading community in the world. The most profitable trading community in the world. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's see, Irene in the building. Hi, I'm new here. So do you do futures as well? Yes, we do. What you guys see on the screen, right? Any trade that I take right here on TradingView is going to be on the futures market. What you guys see is all futures. But I still obviously have my personal account on my other screens that I also trade as well, right? So I trade both. If I'm entering a trade here on the futures side, I'm also trading 90% of the time on the Forex side as well. It's just you guys obviously don't see the Forex charts. You guys just see the futures one. But absolutely, we do both. We do both. Let's see. Yes, sir. I'm from the IM days. I'm always here. Let's go, Victoria. I love that. You know what's crazy? Like that's like the first thing people say when they find a stream. Like, oh, Abel, are you from IM? Or I remember you from IM. And truthfully, me being the basics educator in IM was probably one of the best things. Well, it's probably the best things that happened to me. Just because it exposed me to a lot of you guys, man. Me teaching y'all the basics and giving y'all the basic understanding of how to trade these markets is really the first exposure y'all had to trading, period. And I'm grateful to be part of your journey. If I was a part of it. So thank y'all for being here, man. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for still rocking with me after all these years. Y'all amazing. Y'all superstars. Y'all phenomenal. And y'all are great. But family, man, I think that's going to be it for us today, man. We ended up taking 2 trades today. 1 winner. And you guys can see it here. 2 trades today. 1 winner. 1 loser. We essentially made back what we lost plus $5. So we are back in really good shape here. And yeah, man, we still got a little ways to go though. All right, we still got to obviously make another 1,500, but that we could do easily. We'll get that knocked out. If not this week, we'll get that knocked out for sure. Next week, absolutely. I mean, shoot, we gonna try to get this shit knocked out this week. I'm not even gonna lie, but we gonna go. We gonna get it going, man. We gonna get it going. We gonna get it going. Look at gold now. Gold did. What gold doing now? Gold is starting to flip back upside now. I like gold back to. I like gold. I like gold to the upside. Gold just wanted to go a little bit lower. It stopped us out and then immediately turned back around. You little dirty little animal, you dirty little animal. Literally, it stopped us out and didn't go any lower once it stopped us out, and now it's turning around. We would have been heavy in profit if it didn't stop us out. You little dirty animal, you gold, you. It'd be like that. That's why NASDAQ had our back, gold. You might have did us dirty today, but the NASDAQ had our mother junking back. And that's why we appreciate the NASDAQ. Let's see. Yes, by the way, the three of y'all, your energy matched mine best. Oh, I love that. Yes, between the three of y'all. Listen, shout out to the other guys too, man. Shout out to Tyrone, shout out to Patrick, man. Those are my brothers for life now. Those are my guys for life. If they ever need me for anything, I'm there, and it's the same thing, right? If I ever need them for whatever reason, I know they got my back as well. So shout out to them boys, man. Let's see. Great overall session. Showed how strong that mental is from years of experience. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. No, it really was a good session. All right, but family, man, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get up off here. Beautiful session. 1-1 for today. Essentially made back break-even day overall. But we kept our emotions in check, right? And we remained disciplined. We stayed logical, and that's really all we can ask for. But guess what? There's good news. We're back tomorrow. Same time, same place. To repeat the process once again. Right? Because it's all about showing up, guys. Right? If you really want to get this down packed, it comes up to your experience level. Your experience is going to dictate how much success you have. So showing up is giving you that experience. So let's continue to show up. Let's continue to do what we do. Let's continue to get better. And yeah, I hope you guys have a phenomenal rest of your guys' day, y'all. It's your boy Abel, and I'm gonna talk to you guys in the Discord if you're in there. And if you're not, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, family. Have a great rest of y'all day. And I'm out of here. Let's get it.
Text me when I pull it up. Text me when I pull it up. I just wanna slide on you. I want you to ride on me. Shots, straight out the shots. Shots, straight out the shots. Shots, straight out the shots. I wanna see you buy. Shots, straight out the shots. Shots, straight out the shots. Shots, straight out the shots. I wanna see you buy. Yes, I see you working on a dance floor. And I dance and fat, I got my hands full. And you must handle, I got the handle just like a candle. And you must handle, I got the handle just like a candle. Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Baby, then speed it back up. Baby, come back up. Stick the dance with me one time. Baby, do the dance one time. Raise your titties one time. They get nasty one time. One time, one time. One time.